This talisman seems perhaps it really does contain information about—
But Paimon can't read the writing on it.
Engulf the faith of an enemy in flame, and bring glory—
What? It's
Loom of fate. The abyss. It seems like they—
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine? From the horrible feeling, so Dane...
I'm reading it. I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident. Though you may not have been aware of—
Last time it was... Will the Abyss Order use their...
No, they won't just
So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make...
Very few people— Only the Abyss, the talisman's message, and the new core—
The Eye of the...
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure is... Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation? Yeah, that tone deaf...
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the...
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Hello. पहले मैंने चेक किया था, आपका स्ट्रीम नहीं आया तो मैंने कहा यार देखते हैं, ओपन करके देखते हैं. हाँ कम किया ना तभी तो फाइट कर पाया. वो यार मिस हो गई, मैंने सोचा था उसको स्ट्रीम पे डालता.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them. But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return, though, does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animo Archon! And actually, the Animo Archon is...
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you...
Huh?
गौड़ाई ने भी रखी ना, उसकी भी स्ट्रीम देखा मैं.
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious.
बहुत सही टाइम पे है अपन मतलब.
Correct. And just as when a non-believer steps onto holy ground, I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future. That's enough about that. While we've been
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Time to go.
Jean is not as strong as she comes off. It's so good that you're here for her.
Talk to Barbara.
Reported to the church. I won't order just yet.
Jean is not as strong as she comes off.
Character is currently involved in the quest. Cannot join the quest. Shit यार. कौन सा quest था वो?
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
हाँ वो क्वेस्ट देख रहा ना मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कौन सा है मास्टर्स डे ऑफ आई थिंक यही है ना Monster bandits are gone. मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कौन सा क्वेस्ट होगा ये तो बताएगा ना कंप्लीटिंग द क्वेस्ट मास्टर्स डे ऑफ ओके मास्टर्स डे ऑफ करना पड़ेगा कहाँ गया मास्टर्स डे ऑफ ओके
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home.
Okay. हाँ बस वही तो होगा
Lady Vanessa, I hope your watch over Mondstadt remains
अच्छी
unclouded.
लगती है
I do not know if I, or the rest of the world, as you had hoped for, have become stronger. Huh?
Hi, Jean. Are you feeling better now?
Much better. I was not
Are you sure? We saw you beneath the tree just now, leaning on your sword. It looked like you were struggling. Are you sure you aren't pushing yourself too hard?
Oh, thank you. That means a lot to me. Hearing that boosts my spirits. But I must find a way to cope with minor setbacks like this on my own. Otherwise... How can I be the protector that Mondstadt needs me to be? The protector that Vanessa was.
You truly revere Vanessa.
I do. Vanessa was the first Grandmaster, a kind yet formidable woman. I have always hoped to follow in her.
As the Lion Fang Knight, she courageously overthrew the oppressive ruling aristocracy of her time. Then, she founded the Knights of Favonius and became known as the Dandelion Knight, spreading grace and compassion throughout the land.
Dandelion Knight? Isn't that your title?
Actually, all of the Knights of Favonius Masters throughout the ages have inherited the title of Dandelion Knight or Lion Fang Knight.
Oh, that makes sense now. You too want to be as gentle as the Dandelion Knight, and yet as fierce as the Lion Fang Knight.
Yes, I know it sounds like a huge honor, inheriting both these titles from Vanessa, but I see it more as a, after all, it is a lot to live up to.
Used to change the living thing. Actually, Dandelion Knight suits you better.
Paimon thinks so too.
Huh?
Jean?
Who's there?
Caught red-handed. Finally, an opportunity comes to get rid of the master in a moment of weakness.
हाँ मुझे उठा के ले जाओ पुलिस वालों.
And ruin everything.
How did they know about Jean's condition? Choosing this moment to strike.
As long as my name is the Dandelion Knight, I swear I shall not be defeated by such
Since this opportunity has slipped away, I shall now be slipped.
इसको फॉलो करना पड़ेगा.
Stop! After him!
कौन सा है कौन?
Jean, you're still
Constable.
recovering.
No, I must go after him.
Jean, you can't keep doing that.
I do trust you, but to let an enemy get away like that...
Fine, but at least let us go.
Thank you for your understanding. I will graciously
ये
accept...
quest मैं बता रहा हूँ ना अभी. Master's Day Off. Teleport waypoint unlocked. Okay, जाना पड़ेगा. जीन कहाँ भाग रही है? ओके, सब कुछ है मेरे पास था. चलो, अरे वो क्वेस्ट अभी मत करो. मेरे पास कोई और ऑप्शन नहीं है. बारबरा इसमें इंक्लूडेड है. करने वाला था लेकिन प्रॉब्लम यही है कि इसको फिनिश करना पड़ेगा. उसमें बताया है. शिट, ये क्या हो गया?
Are you hurt? Ugh, darn him and his traps.
How badly are you hurt? Oh, one of my own being injured. Let me handle this alone.
No, you are in no state to handle the...
Okay, but before we move out, at least let me heal everyone with my dandelion breeze.
Thanks. You're amazing.
थोड़ा ही करना होता है. बताती हूँ. ओके, कंफर्म. जाना था इस क्वेस्ट में। Talk to Barbara. नेविगेशन कैंसिल करो पहले। ये मैंने वो वाला किया ना, देखो आप, मैंने अभी ये वाला क्वेस्ट ओपन किया, वी विल बी रीयूनाइटेड। इसमें बारबरा से बात करनी है। यार कौन क्वेस्ट है? ओके बॉस। कजुआ सही लगता है यार।
Time to go.
हेलो बारबरा।
Honorary Knight! Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige. It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller? What's that? Field tiller. Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven? Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven. Of course! Of course? Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good. Other strange stories? Not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated. The Tyrant's Final Fury? Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached old Mondstadt. Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying! People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the Tyrant's Final Fury. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own. Right. Later, the theory of the Tyrant's Final Fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be. It's okay. Thanks anyway.
There's that pointless word, thank you again.
Okay.
I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
Oh,
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
अच्छा है, recorded
Wasn't that
हुई।
the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvenbem, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what
purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy. Right. We'll go give Master Jean a hand. Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful. May the animal Archon protect you all.
Dainsleif. ये मैडम कुछ देखी फुल कर लो फाइट होगी इससे ओके पहले डेंसलाइफ से बात कर लेते हैं
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway?
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed. And today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to...
टीपी क्या होता है
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
No, my sword! Judgment! Ring cutter! Yeah! Yeah! You can't run! Yeah! Judgment! Rain outlines your...
Whew. There sure are a lot of...
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are.
Yeah, let's go!
I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable. There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go trying to overthrow them or hunt them down, even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice.
Lest I repeat the failings of my I will tell you one fight.
Huh? What fact?
The destruction of the nation of Canrea by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
Up, there he goes. What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar. At the rite of dissension in Liyue, you're not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going up, but the Abyss Order and Boreas.
They just like to cause trouble. The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the animal archons, but...
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation. Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit... Okay, be careful.
मेरे पास क्या क्या है शील्ड ये है क्रिट ये है मेरे पास अटैक इंक्रीज करने के लिए ये है मेरे पास HP के लिए ये है मेरे पास HP के लिए ये क्या है स्टैमिना Retreat. Okay, है मेरे पास काफी फूड है. Okay, man. TP. Oh my. खैर अपन वहाँ से भी तो जा सकते हैं, ये जगह है. घूमते फिरते चले चले.
Time to act.
यार नहीं लड़ना मेरे को. जब मैंने ना गेम स्टार्ट किया था मुझे टेलीपोर्ट के बारे में नहीं पता था, तो मैं ना पूरे वर्ल्ड में ना ऐसे पैदल पैदल घूमता रहता था. फिर मैंने कहा यार ये होता काहे के लिए, चलो इसको टच करके देखता हूँ. फिर मैं ट्रांसफ़र हुआ था तो ओ भाई इसलिए फिर मैं टेलीपोर्ट खेलता था.
Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
ओ भाई ये वॉइस बेस के अंडर में है.
You not welcome here.
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now. You claim to be a guardian,
Yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of If you serve us... Lies. Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corruptive...
Wolves never surrender! But this can't go on.
No matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain.
Body and mind.
Shiver! As one with wind and cloud. Retribution!
Rain outlines your fate.
Resistance is futile. The end is nigh.
Time to act. No, my sword! You can't run! Let me weave you a verse.
Wind strike! Cloud time! The birds call!
Lights out.
Burn! Time to go. Wind strike.
This shall rise once again.
अच्छा तो ये चाचा बच्चे हैं जिंदा
The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
It disappeared again!
At least we stopped it in this time.
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state. But still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial. I too didn't see the trap.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind, then lured him out under the pretense of challenging him in a trial?
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. Though there was indeed one human-made machine that it entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think, only fight. It was designed as a pure killing machine from top to bottom. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
Missiles. I do not know this strange word. As I said, I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. It could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin, but in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know, but did we help?
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have...
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger. You too. Also, be careful.
That was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
Okay. Teleport. वैसे तो मेरा पहले भी राता
Dane, there you are.
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success? I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the lupus book?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury, after it was damaged in the fight with... Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the tyrant's final fury.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that.
Pew pew boom boom. छोटे बच्चा जैसे.
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited! What's going on? Are you sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's
the very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Con?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
Put it under the guardianship order.
No. I'll guard it myself.
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius...
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue. We can't have the Church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven, as well as being a really important... well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now.
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that Abyss Herald. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
चलो भैया चलते हैं. अब उसकी सिस्टर मिलेगी. Go. Paimon की लैंग्वेज. भूख लगने लगी यार.
Follow the wind.
मैं ऑफिस में भी रहता हूँ ना, तो मतलब कुछ ना कुछ चाहिए मेरे को. मेरे पास पड़ा ही रहता है. यहाँ तक कि मेरे भाई साहब बोलते हैं कभी कभी जब उनके डैड नहीं रहते ना, तो आके बोलते हैं ना, यार कुछ है क्या तेरे पास खाने को. फिर खाऊं कि खेलूं अच्छे खासा यार, जो लाइव लोग देख रहे हैं. लेवल 50. ओ भाई रिकमेंडेड लेवल 58. I am 70. पकड़ के धरना मैं तो. मैं ये देख रहा 70, 60, 70, 70.
After all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go, and remember to be on your guard.
इनको कैसे किया जाए? ओ भाई कहाँ गया तू? यार जाना कहाँ है यहाँ से? सॉरी, वहाँ जो सीढ़ी है वहाँ से जंप करो। ओके, मैं यहाँ से जंप करूँ क्या? यहाँ पे ओ तेरी जय हो जा। ये कहाँ से निकला? अब यहाँ से ओके, वहाँ पे ओ तेरी भैंस की टांग।
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier. Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue.
You sense correctly.
It's
You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsleif, enemy of the abyss. I sense your soul is stained by... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
Bow before the abyss!
Yeah. You can't run! Rain outlines your fate. You can't run! Change of plans.
टैप की आवाज आए तो बता देना। ओके बॉस। सबसे पहले मुझे तो
Judgment!
Time for retribution!
Punishment! I let my guard down, body and mind.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Ring cutter! Judgment! Yeah.
Wind strike! Retribution! Clouds high, the birds come!
Lights out. Rain.
Princess.
Hey! Could that be? Ether. Wait! She just blocked an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your sister and the Abyss?
Ether, why are you with Dane?
Uh-huh. Your sister knows Dane?
Lumine, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows her too?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Lumine.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man, Dainsleif, was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... I'm so confused.
Home. Yes. Of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Ether. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, brother. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Again? Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. That's right. At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all? Oh, well then, let's go over it again. First off, that Abyss Herald called your sister Prince. It seems like your sister is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to her. Still, also, your sister said that she wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be that she wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations? Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order. So that's why your sister said that Dane is her enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order? Also, how come, after all this time we spent searching for your sister, it turns out she's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that? Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible... If your sister wants you to reach the end of your journey, come on, traveler. Let's go. imagined your sister would have sided with the Abyss. Well, keep your chin up. Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Right? She said we needed to reach the end of our journey. Paimon bets she still has lots more to tell us. And we won't find out what this journey is or where it will end unless we keep going. Then Paimon will be sure to keep up the good work. Although, where should we go next? If we want... Oh, you mean the god that took your sister away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that followed, all this confusion, it all started with her. Yeah, Paimon bets she's the key to Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far, the Animal and Geo Archons. So, next... Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already. Atsuko in Lea Harbor. Let's see what she has to say.
Thank you. Finally, यार कितने बज रहे हैं? 15। मुझे अपने वो रिज़ाइन भी करने हैं। रिज़ाइन मेरे जैसे कि तैसे 174 एक और समन करते हैं। होप सो कुछ मिल जाए। ओ अरे यार स्टार है। चलो कोई सही चीज़ मिली है। ठीक है, सब चलता है। करो डायरेक्ट हो जाता है ना। यहाँ पर क्लिक करो 160 कंफर्म करो खत्म। ओके भाई, हाँ यार शॉप में खरीदना तो है। ओ भाई मेरे पास है ही नहीं पैसे, कभी जहरीला हो गया हूँ मैं तो। एक्सचेंज इनको भी कर लेते हैं। एक्सचेंज चलो भाई। हेलो वन हिट पिंक, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम। हाँ तो यार मैं सिंगल सामान कर रहा हूँ। होप सो कुछ मिल जाए। आया का शिट। चलो कोई ना, जो मिलता है अच्छे के लिए मिलता है। थैंक्स टू डिसलाइक। सही है ना। तो अपन एक काम करते हैं ना, अपन इसमें भी तो विश करें, एक एक करके 5 करें। हाँ बाकी नहीं कर रहा मैं। ये एनफी मिली थी मुझे 1 2 3 4, तो अभी तो मुझे शायद कुछ मिलेगा ना कि मैं कर दूँ 5 विश कर दूँ क्या इसमें एक एक करके। speaking English. Lord Simmer, oh भाई सही है. So finally it's time to go in a
Assumptions are correct. Wanwan Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a small detour to our adventure?
Unexpected. Lord Simmer. झीलों का कितना कॉन्स्टेलेशन हुआ सिंगल ओह भाई sorry brother I cannot continue in English only. By the way, Lord Simmer was the first person I met in the chat when I started watching God Eye Gaming. जीन का हो गया सीवन अकाउंट पे भी नॉइस चलो 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 ये आंटी अपने को लेके जाएगी सुको.
Oh, hello. Oh, I mean good fortune, right?
समझ
I'm
नहीं
still
आ
learning
रहा.
to talk like a local.
हाँ यार
Is there
हमारे
anything I
पिता
can
श्री
help
हो
you
रहे
with?
हैं.
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way,
Great! We came to the right person!
but the chance of success is
Nice.
incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving
Okay,
Inazuma
करता अब भी.
that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself.
जीन
There
मेरा
was a storm raging ahead of me,
ही
and my
मार
pursuers were
दिया
close
कि
on my tail. After I'd escaped their clutches,
छोड़ ही नहीं
I
रहे.
floated on the open
सही
ocean
है
for
भाई.
I don't know how many days, but to my surprise, my journey didn't end there.
मैं save you.
Or to put it another way, that's right. I escaped by the skin of my
मेरे को
teeth.
मोना का
The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale
अलावा
must be a
कुछ
sign that the
मिलेगा
gods were
चलेगा.
watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you said
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The
Kanjo Commission? What's...
Along with the other two commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma. We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commission. I suppose they're equivalent to the 8 trades under the Liu Ichising. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shoguns. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, I begin to lose all hope for the future. What I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should abandon your plans of trying to get there. You should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. And even if you did manage to find a way...
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma, huh?
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea...
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux fleet if they have some way of getting... Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide...
But it's an armed fleet, right?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade their captain, Beidou, then the hardest part will be out of the way. The Alcor is the flagship of the Crux fleet. I heard that it's currently anchored by Guyun Stone Forest on a supply run.
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain...
कैसे जाऊँ? ओ भाई तो ट्रेन टूर कैसे जाया जाए? अच्छा हाँ सॉरी.
Time to act. हाँ यार जा रहा हूँ ना, 1 मिनट हो जाए वो तो मिल जाए यार. मैं तो बोला था कि खेल ले यार, मेरे से हो ही नहीं रहे थे. यार तू कहाँ आ गया? मुझे शिप पे जाने दे. बाय बाय. बताओ. अरे यार इसमें चढ़ेंगे कहाँ से यार? जाने का एंट्रेंस कहाँ पे है? मारने का नहीं बेटा. हाँ अरे यार तू यहाँ से चढ़ेगा नहीं कसम से यार, तेरे भी अपने ही नाटक है. अरे माई मम्मी मम्मी जल्दी चढ़ जल्दी चढ़ जल्दी चढ़ जल्दी चढ़. पे खड़ी बताओ. You arrived.
काजू कतली हो ओके सही है यार अरे वो काम ज़्यादा एक बार कर सकती हूँ ना इसलिए बस पता है थोड़ा बहुत हाँ एक्साइटमेंट रहती है ना पता नहीं कि ये फिर ये होगा स्पॉइलर ओ भाई 1:30 बज चुके हैं और मेरे पूरे रिजाइन गए हो गए 160 के 160 लग गए मेरे की बुदाऊ से तो बात करनी लेकिन मुझे वो दिख रहा है जियो को लिस्ट दिख रहा है एक लास्ट ओके हाँ यार कुछ तो लेना पड़ेगा Kazuha.
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. You're that traveler, aren't you? The one who fought against the Patuian Osile, right?
Have we met?
Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liua, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
यार सोचा था तो अब तो पी रहा हूँ लेकिन यार क्या करें?
Paimon.
थोड़ा बहुत कर लेते हैं.
What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also
अच्छा लगता है.
Yes, the stars.
लाल मिर्ची.
The fragrance of
इसका भी पाइमन ना इसका भी कुछ नाम रख देगी देख लेना.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our...
I prefer other means of entertainment. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily. Especially...
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to show... There are two important rules. One, competitors must be renowned. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. Two, you can't take part if you've got a vision. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons, and with Liua's savior taking part in the tournament. Now that's gonna turn a few...
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round, get this.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to be seen. But my intuition tells me that while it remains in the world, it may just be possible for someone else to inherit it.
Yep, and the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So, if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
To be honest, I'm not interested. A vision is of no use to me.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma, no sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor. Up to you.
That was easy.
You just want him to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the tournament arena in Guyun Stone Forest. Kazuha and I will be over soon.
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
टूर्नामेंट एरिया टूर्नामेंट को देखा जाए पहले तो इसको पकड़ा जाएगा कहाँ पे इसके ऊपर है वो कजुआ डबल कजुआ सेम चलो इस पे चलते हैं इसमें तो चढ़ जाऊंगा लेकिन फिर इसके ऊपर कैसे जाऊंगा कतई जहरीला बन मुझे तो ओके मैंने कहीं तो कुछ तो देखा था उसके ऊपर है ओह भाई वहाँ पे जाना पड़ेगा गलत सीढ़ी चढ़ गया अपन
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the spirit. But it's best to dry your clothes as soon as possible after the rain stops.
नज़ारे कैसे दिखते हैं ये तो देख ही लेंगे ना ये दिख रहा है पीछे ये तो माउंट एवरेस्ट जैसा है यार कहीं से भी दिखता रहता है थोड़ा और शोर होगा यार अब सॉरी कहीं टेलीपोर्ट है क्या यहाँ पे जाने के लिए कोई टेलीपोर्ट नहीं है कहीं से भी नहीं है कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा यार। अच्छा तो मैडम कनक अकेली बची हैं यहाँ पे। कृति मैडम चलो डीलुक का तो कर लें अपन। डीलुक भैया को कुछ मिलना है। चलो मैं देख रही हूँ चुपचाप। हाँ चलेगा ना, इसलिए मैं अभी गाना भी नहीं गा रहा हूँ। उस दिन तो लोगों ने देख ही लिया था वरना। टूर्नामेंट है लेकिन किसके साथ है? ओ भाई
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria if I were you. They don't allow just anyone to take part. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard a rule about that. So, I was wondering, are you a renowned fighter?
Me? Only a former runner-up in the Suhu Rock Freestyle Combat Summit. Oh yeah.
Also, that doesn't sound like the...
What? You... Nonsense. Have you been living under a rock? It's been going on for years. There were plenty of competitors when I took... Not to mention, I was a mill to catch treasure hoarders before. They tried to sneak past me under the cover of darkness. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face and sent him flying. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurtling into a beam above us.
Impressive.
I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered. I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed.
बज कितने रहे हैं और 2 बज रहे हैं। ठीक है यार, आज खेल नहीं लेते हैं ना।
I'll see you in the arena.
कल ऑफिस में थोड़ा सो लेंगे। The other competitor.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clap? If so, seems I found...
यार मुझे लड़ना है, डायरेक्ट लड़ूंगा ना यार।
For me, obtaining a vision.
Do you want to become an adventurer? Do you want to become a hero?
No. It's not... I know how that sounds, but I've passed every exam in most people's eyes. A vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
Do you have any tournament experience?
That's not important. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few...
चलो यार,
Now
तुम जल्दी बात
you
करो।
don't mind? I need to finish my pre-competition routine.
हाँ चलो।
It's not too long now before...
Good. समंदर किनारे बस्ती नहीं होती। नहीं, क्या तो था? हाँ, एक टीचर बोल रहा था, समंदर किनारे आबादी नहीं होती। समंदर किनारे आबादी नहीं होती और जिससे प्यार हो जाए उससे शादी नहीं होती।
Exactly. With a vision,
This master of yours must be
famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan. You probably would. He's got to be a grand master to the Ling Shan clan.
force dispersed.
It's a type of breathing exercise. For example, our master.
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air with...
Sure is.
We're clearly not that natural.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a...
But recently, though?
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too,
maybe... Well, we have to.
Exactly. Folks will come from far and wide.
See you in the arena.
चलो यार अपन भी लड़ते हैं, अब हो गया बहुत.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just really average.
Chinksa Village arm wrestling champion. Next, please. What's your name?
Blah 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 blah.
Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask. Aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? Oh, it's really him!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the Rite of Parting.
अरे यार मैं इतना फेमस हूँ, मुझे पता ही नहीं था.
I trust you are aware that
नहीं हम फोटो दे देंगे, नंबर भी दे देंगे.
Can enter the tournament? Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary.
Yep. He still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have no reason to lie. Now, could I ask you to provide a few claims to fame? It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osial, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Honorary Knights of the Knights of
Also, don't forget to mention that the previous battles include, but are not limited to, Storm Terror Devalin and Fatui Harbinger Child.
Whoa!
Might as well declare him the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever... Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing. To win the tournament and claim the grand prize. Namely, a vision.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beidou promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beidou must have upped the stakes this time to attract top...
But why would anyone want to go
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beidou in advance,
the situation. I'm just not that interested in vision, that's all.
Well, I'm sure a great hero has an... Anyway, the qualifying round...
Hey, so, even though you don't so pine on things you in any case, looking at the competition, alright, it's...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete?
Yes, I'm ready.
Then please follow
चलो
me.
यार जल्दी आ जाओ, मेरे को लड़ना है.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. His first bout begins now!
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beidou. She'll probably have something to say to us.
कज़ुआ से बात करने जा रहा है.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing... So, what do you think, Kazuha?
कज़ुआ से fight होगी मेरी.
I also observed our favorite...
Well, I fought my fair... So, come on. We all know you've...
All right. You fought well.
All right, then. You know, a lot of competitors... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them.
I don't see
I'm sure
what
lots of them are here to
possible
find out how to... For one thing, so, I'm putting you...
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beidou works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the sem...
To be fair...
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the turn...
Long wait, your opponent is...
We're finally here, folks. The real show is about...
Your opponent has fought many rounds. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well.
All right, that's enough chit-chat.
रुकेगी।
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has... I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are...
Relax, my guy's at the top of his game.
Interesting, getting a few butterflies over here.
Don't worry. Take some time to compose yourself.
हाँ चलो ठीक है। हमें तो लड़ने से मतलब।
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for.
टैप टैप की आवाज आ रही है क्या अभी भी?
Sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
I believe you have the potential to be champion.
Wait! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid. People said that if you're strong enough, you'll have your chance to get one. But mine never came. I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own body. I've fought and won against vision bearers before. The power they have was given to them by the gods. I don't envy it.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit myself against other fighters and see who was the strongest. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome. I don't often have the pleasure of exploring.
Wow! Now that's true.
You have the chance in the future. Please.
It's already 151.
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too cocky.
अरे यार जोन के साले हो गए। ओम शांति बोलो फिर मैं। Semi-final था ना?
I watched your match. What a stunning performance. I myself was eliminated.
Maybe next time, huh? By the way, do you happen to know who
कर
else
रही हूँ तो यार मैं खुद कंडीशन कर ओके भाई बड़े लोग दो फोन चलाओ मेरा यार सेकंड फोन जो है ना बिना सिम के इसकी वजह से मैं उसको अभी यूज़ नहीं कर रहा
Tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead his opponent was pretty freaked out by it. He kept asking him, why didn't you dodge? But he was pretty much out cold by that point and couldn't reply. Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the very essence of Lingshan clan kung fu. It's just that he hadn't quite mastered it yet. Don't even get me started. I spent all my energy helping him get from here to the boat to take him back to the harbor. But by the time I got back, my scheduled match time had already passed and I had to forfeit. I don't dare tell my master about this. Otherwise I'd never hear the... Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this. I'm afraid I'm still a bit out of sorts at the moment. So I probably...
Oh, all right then. Hope your buddy makes a swift recovery. Hey.
Thanks. I'll do my...
We still haven't got any useful information. Maybe we can go talk to Beto. Surely she's gotta know something.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commend. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind. But you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. That is a most invaluable skill. In fact, I discerned this not from what I saw, but what I heard. The ground
मेरी ना इसके जैसे चोटी थी पहले
and the pattern of your breathing. But it is not.
Kazuha के जैसे.
He's right. But I guess not using your elemental powers must be
15 दिन
quite new
पहले
for you,
मैंने
huh?
कटवा लिया. I'm glad it's almost over.
We wanted to ask about who our opponent was.
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to ask for the guy you'll be facing. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
To be safe. I'm sorry.
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter, shall we? I haven't properly introduced myself yet. In the land of Inazuma, I was a wandering samurai.
Yeah, we could tell that from your getup. But at the same...
It is true that I am versed. I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess. Given your talents, a few hints from me will...
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules a bit there?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. You must know your enemy. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles.
You betcha. Huh? Wait a second.
However,
बोला था ना मैंने कजुआ के साथ होगी मेरे फाइट.
Come with me.
यार कजुआ के साथ कैसे लड़ूंगा? बहुत सही है वो. भाई बड़ा है कि छोटा?
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter.
मेरी खुद की सिस्टर आई है. मेरी सिस्टर क्या आ गई? उसने मेरी टी-शर्ट चुरा ली पूरी.
But multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting.
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations given your... When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, since a young age, it is things of this nature that I...
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible. To think a human could wield the elements without a bit, and not to mention your incredibly complex...
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy?
It's nothing really. It's been a long journey, and honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all...
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods, and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing... Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair Now then, let's test your skills, shall we?
मेरी स्किल टेस्ट करेगा? बाबू भाई बहुत मारूंगा मैं. कजुआ भैया पटक पटक के मारता है अपन. ये देखना आपको नहीं संभालेगा.
Damn you! Learning this?
You can't run!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
टैप टैप की आवाज़ तो नहीं आ रही ना? बस मुझे वही देखना था क्योंकि मैंने उसमें थोड़ा ध्यान दिया है. आती भी होगी तो कम ही आती होगी.
Your skills in battle are true. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to In other words, as long as you remain please, save your thanks. If anything, the world is a truly mysterious...
You seem kind of upset.
I desire to know what meaning visions have to the god, and what influences the god. My apologies. You must be completely in the dark regarding such matters. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to answer any questions you may have regarding it. So that's what you're curious about? Then allow me to tell you more. As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably. Sometimes insert in the outset. Supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to, not to mention, with no new...
She sounds less like an archon and...
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning would do.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before?
It was already a long time ago now.
With time. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to eternity from her. Ah, the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted talking about Inazuma that
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together.
Sure, let's go together.
Very well. Let's go.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the crux. We've seen many exciting battles. Now, I'd like to introduce... He strikes fear into the heart of Osile. And the mere mention of his name causes even the Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Wow. I've been waiting for this moment.
I'm sure everyone witnessed his, but today's final round will surely take... As for our other combatant, he still hasn't arrived. Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long? You can't just forfeit... Apologies! Everyone just sit tight. They've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll...
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken exactly.
No need to worry. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to look after it.
Well, if you insist, I'll stay here and try it off.
If you would, please come with me.
But where are...
Come with me. I can sense the...
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gugwa.
winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back. Wind Strider!
Time to go.
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway.
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
Wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. You may be skilled at vanishing from a crowd, but additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for reasons that are too numerous to go. In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand heist. But most disappointing of all is the state of the vision in your hand. It appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire indiscriminately.
Fine, fine. I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now.
Aha! So you were supposed to be our...
I'd intended to win the con. After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. But I wasn't about to give up on the vision so easily after coming all this way. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to... I was convinced I'd prepared thoroughly for my escape, but somehow... Drat. This could... I know an empty threat when I hear one. Fine. But you'd better mean it. It didn't activate...
You know, according to the laws of the sea, the penalty for stealing is breaking the culprit's arms.
Huh? You're not serious, are you?
Not to mention that the item you stole was... It seems that it would be only...
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, dude!
I never would have guessed you could be so cruel. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it. I'll risk a...
Ha-ha! Retribution!
No, no. Do what you want, but please, don't brand my forehead, please!
He has persevered to the bitter end. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind. No further punishment.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking for more It's up to you. Such willing...
No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it!
I take no pleasure in frightening them. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will appear. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. From the moment he stole, I've tried many other though few tales tell. After seeing you command come, why don't you give it
The vision didn't...
I see. No matter. This was expected. I suppose this vision...
Yeah, what's the story behind this vision?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling.
Kazuha!
It's just another way of saying I do as I please. All right then, it's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble you, but thank you.
ठीक है इन अजूमा पहुंच के खाना खाएंगे अपन
Time to go.
को भी किसी से भी नहीं लड़ना यहाँ पे तो बहुत सारे ये हैं सबको मारना पड़ेगा रिटर्न तो हो गए अब क्या करना है हाँ लेकिन अभी क्या करना है कैरेक्टर इज करंटली इन्वॉल्व्ड यार ये कौन सा है हाँ ना किया था Sea of Clouds the illuminated beast of the Sea of Cloud return to the sea ये वाला है क्या क्वेश्चन मार्क पे क्लिक करो एंड जो क्वेश्चन बोला है वो थोड़ा सा कर लो हाँ लेकिन वो जो दिखा रहा है वो क्वेस्ट कहाँ पर है मुझे समझ ही नहीं आ रहा ये देखो ना वर्ल्ड में तो होगा नहीं वो यहाँ पे ही होगा ये इसमें तो मुझे लग रहा ना ये था इसमें नेवर रिटर्न टू द सी आई थिंक यही वाला होगा ये सक्सेसफुली लोकेटेड यूला तो टीच यू द कस्टम यही है ना चलो क्वेश्चन मार्क क्लिक करके देखने दो हाँ ठीक है मैं बता रहा हूँ ये देख लो स्टोरी फर्स्ट ये है Fifth year astrology beyond the world's stars mighty cycle of adventure shell floor sea of clouds sea of people illuminated हाँ मिल गया मुझे आज़माती है तेरी कमी बात करूँ फिर वापस स्टार्ट करूँ ओके मेरी हर कमी का है ज़मीन तो आसमान से तेरे बिना गुज़ारा
It's shocking how much work there is to do, even for the three of us.
And she's been handling it alone all along. The Qixing secretary clearly isn't an ordinary person.
Huh? Aren't you Ningguang's servants? How come you're here?
We are Miss Ningguang's private secretaries, not servants.
Have you seen this Ganyu traveler? It has been several days since Ganyu left for Juyu.
Even though the Qixing have made peace with the Adepti after they commissioned Ganyu as their... Still, Ganyu should have been back...
So,
I'm afraid it's not very likely. Even when it's time for her annual... She couldn't possibly be using her mission as...
Oh,
It's... When we first heard... We couldn't have imagined that Miss Ganyu's daily workload far exceeds what the three of us...
Speaking of Juyu...
Of course! We've been there long...
that's good news. We're safe.
It's about time.
No, perhaps we should go to Lady...
Ganyu left to visit Cloud Retainer. Doesn't she live in Mel Outso?
Kilo the paint. Cloud paint. ना दर्द है ना गम तेरे ना इश्क है ना तेरी वो चाहते हाँ खुश हूँ मैं तेरे बिना ना मुझ में बसी कहीं वो चाहते हैं फिर क्यों
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time and has attracted Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being...
It's not un...
But still, Captain Beidou...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing the prize took hold. In which case, the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but...
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given is honor deserved. Now, let me go prepare the champion's medal to award you.
Yes, I believe so. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous... In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an...
Hold on a second. You're saying...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 arcs. Suffice it to say that if you wish... In the meantime, I intend to embark...
Paimon believes you'll find a way...
Thank you. May both one final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.
ओके मेरे को मिल गया 61। ओ भाई ये किसका मैसेज है सर? हमें एक मिनट होल्ड करना, बस 1 मिनट है।
Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
मैंने कहा कि फोटो भेजना है। Okay, I am back. So, अब आपको कहाँ चलने का है? मेरे जैसा इश्क में पागल और मिले या ना मिले कल
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
What can I do about traveling to Inazuma?
Yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements with the captain of the Crux fleet regarding... Now that I think about it...
I know, इसकी वजह से आप भी देख रहे हो अभी तक.
You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right?
I've been waiting all day for you. It seems...
Oh, is that right? Well, it's an honor to meet you. The fleet has nearly completed reprovisioning. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you.
Beidou is
Of course.
So you'll be heading off then? Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heavens or the depths of the abyss, each step you take is another achievement. Until we meet again, Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Oh, kinda hard to say goodbye now. We practically see each other every day.
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you arrive? I'll be awaiting you on Narukami Island.
So there's another Catherine in Inazuma? See? There's no need to get all cocky now.
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell.
Okay, thanks for coming.
Just following orders. I'll see you.
मैं तो स्टोरी सुनते सुनते कमीशन एंड डिज़ाइन ख़त्म कर रही हूँ. अरे यार मुझे जलाए हो मत. मेरे डिज़ाइन 2 दिन के मतलब 160 पूरे ख़राब हो गए. एक दिन मेरी तबीयत ख़राब हो गई और एक दिन आज का टाइम में पता नहीं चला. मेरे बहुत डिज़ाइन बर्बाद हो जाते हैं, टाइम नहीं मिलता इसीलिए. Okay, it's time to go to Inazuma. ओ भाई इधर जाना है Inazuma के लिए. मैं वहाँ से पैदल दूँगा. अरे मेरा बोल दिया होता मैं करवा देती. अरे यार मैं लिटरली इंट्रोवर्टेड हूँ और वो तो कितने दिन से सोच रहा था, तो जो आज जैसे मैंने हेल्प के लिए बोल लिया. लेकिन हाँ ठीक है, थैंक यू बोल लिया, करूँगा क्योंकि मुझे पता है ज़रूरत पड़नी है. अज़र तो यहीं पे. अरे भाई स्ट्रीमिंग करते करते सही है, होना चाहिए. अरे बहुत सारे डिसएडवांटेज हैं यार इंट्रोवर्ट होने के. अरे यार तो हमारा मजाक होना के रखोगे. भागो यहाँ से. बहुत तेरी बिल्कुल आपकी कितनी सही लग रही ना उसकी बहुत. अपन डायरेक्ट उसी में लैंड करेंगे. वो खड़ी है बताओ. अरे 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 हाँ बच गए.
Finally made it. All these years, come rain or storm, the Crux fleet has never suffered a delay. If it were anyone else, I might have set sail already. Don't look too serious, I'm only joking. You're just... Well, now that everyone's here, we set sail for the land engulfed by storm and...
Anchors away!
आँख खुलेगी क्या? चलो Kazuo favorite. Zuma. बुदाऊ का इतना सही रोल रहेगा मुझे पता नहीं था, कब की मिली थी मुझे तो। After braving the thunderstorm, coming to port, oh भाई। Okay. चाइल्ड का भाई निकला।
Oh, hi there. So, you finally made it. You sure kept me waiting, Captain. And it appears we have a couple of stowaways. Or perhaps I should say, honored guests.
You can blame your almighty shogun. The tempests around Inazuma have been growing all the more fierce lately. Though the fleet was fully up to the challenge, the inclement weather still caused some delay. Now then, let me introduce everyone. This is Toma, a trade partner that I've gotten to know recently.
You don't know how long I've been waiting to see you.
Toma, these two are...
Oh, no need for introductions. Their reputation precedes them. It seems even the stormy seas can't keep rumors of these outlanders' sterling deeds at bay.
Oh, it's sure nice to hear you say that.
With any luck, it'll give you a head start here. Toma's resided on Rito for quite some time now. It wouldn't be going too far to say he's the fixer around these parts. If you run into any problems here, just talk to Toma. But if he tries to pull any moves on you, I'll be sure to deal with him personally the next time up.
No need to worry. I'm sure we'll get along just
good. Then if it's all settled, I'll be going.
Oh, right. Kazuo.
Until next time, traveler. Remember to give it your all, no matter what perilous storms you may encounter.
Fair seas, Captain Beto. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now then, first things first. We need to go get you registered at the border checkpoint.
Kind of thought we were supposed to be keeping things on the down low.
Don't underestimate the reaches of the Sakoku Decree. So we have to play by the rules, even if we're kind of bending them.
ये क्या हो रहा है यार? स्पीड भी ठीक है। एक स्टैच्यू है, दूसरा टेलीपोर्ट। ओके हाँ, यहाँ पे करके फिर उसी को खोलते हैं।
Hello? Please state your name, identity, and the purpose of your visit. Oh, except you, Toma. You must be noob here. Excuse me? Please provide the information requested and also declare any goods you are carrying with you. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We cannot approve entry for purely personal reasons. So, unless you have a valid reason for visiting in accordance with the rules... My apologies, but I'll have to ask you to...
Here are their entry papers, for your kind perusal.
What? Take your time. No rush or anything.
I just wanted to see what you'd say. Sorry about that.
I see. Okay. Your papers are all in order. Welcome to Rito.
So, where do we go next?
The Outlander Affairs Agency. They only check entry permits here. If you want to
Sheesh. So it is?
Well, let's not forget that to everyday folk in Inazuma, as the word suggests, not even on Rito, where they've established an outsider's... I like how you... Now, let's head over to the Outlander Affairs... Most of the current rules were put in place by the administration of Rito, the Kanjo Commission.
The Kanjo Commission?
Yes, one branch of the Tri-Commission of Inazuma, responsible for growing and managing the nation's wealth. You really haven't heard of it before?
Time to go.
एक स्टेप जो है दूसरा टेलीपोर्ट जा रहा ना वहीं पर बूम ये दूसरा टेलीपोर्ट है फिर इधर पे जाऊंगा मैं फिर इसको भी कंप्लीट करूंगा मैं सब कुछ कंप्लीट करूंगा बूम चिकी बूम चिकी बूम ये कर रहा था अरे हो गया ना यार ठीक है विस्पर क्या है जब कुछ है ही नहीं तो क्या दे दूँ अब इसको ना लगता है इलेक्ट्रोपिलस बोलते होंगे जापान पूरे कलेक्ट करना तो देख गए ट्रैवलर और इलेक्ट्रो हो सकता है हाँ तो उसको इलेक्ट्रो कर लेते हैं वहीं पे चल के कर लेते हैं
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Time to go.
मैंने ना इसको तो जियो करा था यार वैसा क्यों हो गया ये तो ऑटोमेटिकली मतलब वो हो गया ये बैकयार्ड गार्ड कितना सही लगता है अरे हाँ आएगा ऑप्शन आ जाए यस झूम मैं भी हो गया
Lightning flash.
You've completed the entry procedures, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay, the processing fee will be 2
million? For a processing fee? Are you...
That's right. 1 million per applicant, which makes 2 million total. Don't worry. You can trust my math.
I wasn't so much questioning your math as...
Ma'am, these two here are good friends of mine. I think you'll find on one face you recognize.
Ah, Mr. Toma, it's you. By way of courtesy, allow me to reduce it to 400,000 more a total.
Thank you ever so much, Miss Eureka. But as this is just a processing fee, I think 600 Mora should cover it if I'm paying on their behalf. I'll treat you to dinner too. How does that sound?
That's not how you haggle! By all means, bargain the price down, but...
Alright then, as you wish, Mr. Toma. I will make a record.
Much obliged.
What? She went from 2 million down to 600? There's something seriously wrong with people's sense of finance around here!
It's not as mind-boggling as you think. Processing fee is just a figure of speech. The way some here at the agency see it, the fees are easy money, so it becomes a question of how much they can make. So when the day comes that some poor merchant from overseas with more money than sense gets stuck here and needs to apply for residency...
Then they'll milk them for all their worth!
Exactly. It's at times like this that having a local friend really comes in handy. Yes, but when you're an outlander in Inazuma, far from home in this closed nation era, there's very little that can be done about it. The most that overseas merchants can do to look after themselves, that's how the International Trade Association...
So it's a trade association?
Yep. And as well as advancing commercial interests, the association provides help, support, and structure for outlanders trying to survive on retail. Essentially, it's an association devoted to both commercial excellence and survival skills.
Sounds like staying alive is an achievement when you're an outlander in Inazuma.
I see. So this is the real purpose of your trip. Yes, given that you are outlanders, it's, after all, the Raiden Shogun is the most exalted and revered one in all of Inazuma. She is a deity who reigns on high, while all other life gazes up in awe. Huh. I was going to say nothing is set in stone when it comes to who you will encounter in this world. Who's to say you won't happen to...
Uh-huh. And is that likely?
Okay, I'll give it to you straight. I know of a way to introduce you to the...
Really? Wow! The Rito Fixer's better connected than me?
I mean, it will take all the resources I have at my disposal, but it can be done. However, before we get there, connections come at a high... No, in fact, there's no real... I like to do things in a way that keep...
Sounds very reasonable to Paimon. You're the man in the middle, so you have to trade favors to keep everyone indebted.
Why do I get the feeling... Here's the situation. recently things seem to have gotten more... The head of the association is called Karisu, and he's a good friend of mine. Go talk to him. I'll wait for you here.
Hello there. You must be seeking refuge with the International Trade Association. The Outlander Affairs Agency took you for all you're worth, I suppose. Ah, good. That's a relief. You need to be careful, or you'll find yourself losing your savings all at once.
We heard the association has been having some difficulties lately.
Yes. Left, right, and center. Obstacles at every turn. But that's nothing new for us.
The Sakoku decree certainly makes things different.
But it's not the root cause of our woes. No. What's really squeezing us Outlander merchants dry is those Mora grubbers from the Kanjo Commission.
Oh, of the 3 commissions, that's the one that oversees everything on retail, isn't it?
That's right. They impose astronomical tax rate, unbelievable regulations, and that's not the worst of it. They just issued a new tax decree recently that, for some reason...
Crystal Marrow? What's that?
Something that most of us in the association had never heard of before either, until the new decree came along. Eventually, one of the older Liyue merchants recalled that he once shipped a batch of it to Snezhnaya and So in order to pay our tax. But then we found we'd only managed to create a bigger problem for ourselves. Now there's only one vendor who even has it in stock. We can't get a hold of it anywhere else.
Isn't that what they call the
Exactly. So this vendor keeps... It's a vicious cycle. The consequence of which is that our taxes will soon exceed our profits.
Hello.
Once that happens... We've tried communicating with the commission directly. But this is a nation with the cries of a few struggling merchants. Montaigne.
Sounds awful. What do you think we should do? Chris is the head of the association, and even he hasn't had any luck. Not to mention, we're Outlanders too.
Right. And besides, I think this may well be the fate they've ordained for us.
Okay. Well, we could try tackling the problem by going to the other party involved.
That vendor... I've actually done business with him in the past, but after a point he stopped contacting us. I have no idea where he sources the stuff.
Well, it definitely sounds like he's being unfair. How do we find him? Go talk to him, see if he lets anything slip.
Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Since you're not affiliated with the association and you're new to Rito, he just let his guard down.
Back problem बड़ी दिक्कत देती है मेरी.
If I remember correctly, our usual meeting point with him is under a tree by the coast in the residential district. See if you can find him there.
Got it. We're on the case.
दोनों में कमीशन एंड रिजाइन खत्म. सही है भाई.
I don't think I recognize you. Are you new arrivals? Haha, very funny. Real fixers don't need to refer to themselves that way. I wasn't born yesterday, you know. So, what do you need with me? The sheer nerve. You don't go around asking questions like that. If I gave you my sources, I might as well hand you the whole darn business. Trade secret. Got it? You know what trade and secret mean, right?
This guy's got a bad attitude.
Ha! Are you even buying? Oh, I see what's going on here. Karisu and his associates sent you here to try and plead their case, didn't they? They're wasting their time. The price is—
Hey! What?
Get out of here, go on. Tell them they're lucky to be buying from me in the first place, and they ought to be more grateful. If it—
What are we gonna do? There's no talking to this guy. Good idea. Let's check back in with him.
That was quick. You resolved it already?
Actually, we're having a little trouble.
No? Well, by all means.
तो अभी भी नहीं आ रही क्या?
I'll help as much as I can. Getting you to go fixing things when you've only just arrived is quite a demand. Oh, that guy? I'm familiar. He used to be a bit of a sorry sight, selling shells that he'd collect on the beach. I can only assume he must have found himself a patron after leaving. Yes. Couldn't you tell when you spoke to him? That's right. Werner was born in Mondstadt, then went into the shipping business, trading. When Inazuma closed to the outside world, he was one of a group of outlanders that ended up stranded on Rito.
What a bummer.
The International Trade Association was initially very—
So he left the association and turned his—
I'm sure it's more nuanced than that. I believe even the most ungrateful and cold-hearted of people still have some amount of gratitude and—
Really? Is that all you need to know?
Well then, it sounds like you may have found a way in with him.
Negotiate with the again. Okay, ठीक है. चलो अपन लोगों के छत के ऊपर से जाएंगे. सीधे रास्ते जाना तो कभी सीखा ही नहीं अपन ने. वो नहीं सही जाएगा. कजुआ को ले जाएंगे ना. काजू कतली, जलेबी फाफड़ा नाम रख देते यार इसका तो. अरे मेरा ना एक गुज्जू फ्रेंड, मैं जहाँ पे रहता था तो हम लोग फ्लैट में साथ में रहते थे. तो वो गुज्जू फ्रेंड के घर से ना अपने क्या तो बोलते हैं फाफड़ा आते थे. फाफड़ा ही बोलते हैं ना उसको. तो मतलब ना इतने सारे आते थे कि हम लोग महीने भर नाश्ता फाफड़ा का करते थे.
What are you doing back here? Just because I got plenty of time on my hands doesn't mean I want to waste any of it talking to you. Huh? Where's this coming from? Mondstadt? You were talking about Mondstadt. Goodness, I can sense it now. So familiar, but I can't remember the last time I was there. The scent of Mondstadt. Oh, how it takes me back. Oh, my hometown, the home of freedom. How I long to go back and visit.
Oh, it's working!
So, trying to play my heartstrings like a liar, are you? I know what you're up to. Huh? What is this? What are you up to now?
Just close your eyes already!
You mean the sound of the ocean? Leah Harbor. I can see it so clearly. Oh, and the sound of the waves. The calls of the merchants. Xiao lanterns. I'm right there at the lantern right. Oh, look at them floating up.
This guy has a really active imagination. Either that or he really does miss...
Leah.
इसको अपन कोर लैपिस दें या फिर कोर लैपिस देते हैं सबसे महंगी चीज़.
Wait. Stop. That's enough. Don't make me relive it anymore. My poor heart can't take it.
Sympathizing with the position line.
You mean the folks from the International Trade Association? And I suppose they are far from home, just like me. Often, I'll sneak down to the shore at night and listen to the sound of the waves. I like to imagine it's the voice of my hometown, carried across the ocean. I've run into folks from the association more than a few times doing just that, but I always hide my face and slip away.
मैं सिर्फ ना 2 बार गुजरात गया
Don't you think I've wanted to talk?
लेकिन मेरे घर में किसी को नहीं पता कि कभी गुजरात भी गया.
They're so resilient. None of them had anyone else to rely on, so they rallied together, committed to finding a way to survive. But I couldn't do it. I'm not strong enough. So I caved. Those people, they'd make the smallest of promises, offer the most measly benefits, and alright, I'll tell you the whole story. It's eating me up inside, and I can't take it anymore.
You ready to talk now?
लॉल ऐसे कैसे? क्योंकि मैं सिर्फ 1 साल हुए हैं अभी मैं घर पे हूँ वरना मैं बाहर रहता था. The National Trade Association will protect you.
But I betrayed them. I can't show my face there.
Come on, you scaredy cat. Look, you messed up, but now it's time to make things right. So come on, get up.
It's a scheme by the tax collection Ashigaru, Keijiro and his companions. They start by overtaxing the merchants. Once the merchants run out of places to buy crystal marrow, they get me to sell that extra stock back to the merchants. I'm their puppet, yes. Evidence. You're right. Now that I think about it, whenever, as it happens, I handed some Mora over to him.
Really? Well, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
मेरी पूरी स्टडी बाहर ही हुई है. Find Kizoria Street.
Keijiro!
After him! It's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. Too close! It's too close! You'll notice this for sure! It's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little!
who else is behind?
अरे कितना बोलेगी, चुप रहे ना, चुप रहे.
Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we'd made less noise.
क्या करना है? अपना UID, हाँ मैं उसमें देता. डिस्कॉर्ड पे देता ना.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earned plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
He's getting further and further away!
What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. Huh? Where'd he go? He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye.
अरे यार,
Only we'd made less noise.
अपना UID मैं देता. मेरा UID मैं स्क्रीनशॉट ही सेंड कर दूंगा आपको.
Time to go.
अरे यार, ये बड़ा दिमाग खराब है.
Pedro.
After him!
इसको कैसे किया जाए? फिर से बोलेगी पाइमेंट.
Getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earned plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work. Should I close early?
He's getting further and further.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me...
Huh? Where'd he go?
Shit यार.
He was right there a moment ago. Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we'd made less noise.
Keijiro, it's him.
After him!
हाँ ठीक है. शांति, पापा देख लेंगे.
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Sorry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earned plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line.
हाँ तो इतना तो ठीक है ना.
Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! Too close! That's too close! He'll notice us for sure! He's getting further and further away!
अरे ठीक है ना.
Huh? Where'd he go?
अरे यार वहाँ तक तो पहुँचा था और कैसे जाऊँ?
Seems he disappeared in a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
कुछ भी आता रहता.
Time to go.
Keijiro, it's him.
After him.
ठीक है.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earned plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Too close! That's too close! He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little. Huh? Where'd he go?
Okay, shit.
He was right there a moment ago.
अपने यहाँ लुक सकते हैं.
In a blink of an eye. If only we made less noise.
Keijiro.
After him!
Should I close early? It's not like I'll get any customers. Which one should I choose?
Sorry, I need to think about it.
If you want to taste Mondstadt great wine, then look no further than Sailing Green.
Ah, Ryoko, how's business?
All the better thanks to your generous patronage.
Good. Thankfully, I earned plenty these days.
Oh, but of course, tax collection is difficult work.
Great wine, then look no further than Sailing Green.
Now, who else is behind on payments? Let me think. Yes, the Trade Association clique still needs to be brought into line. What was that sound?
Quiet! Don't let him find us!
Must be hearing things. Drat, I'm behind schedule. I need to hurry.
He's getting further and further away! Let's catch up a little.
What could he be doing at a place like this?
सही है, हो
He
गया.
buried something over there, didn't it? Why don't we take a look? Whoa, it's a ledger. Boring! Hyman thought he'd hidden a big pile of Mora here.
Let me take a look here. Ah, yes! This is what we're looking for. A clear and complete record of every single transaction, each one proof of his guilt.
Great! Well, now we have our hard evidence.
I'll say goodbye to you.
Huh? You aren't gonna come with us?
I need a little more time before I'm ready to face the head of the association.
Huh. Poor Werner's is a pretty awkward guy, huh?
But we really don't have anything left. If this keeps up, we're...
You know the decree. The rules are the rules. No discounts, no exceptions, and no excuses. And who are you? Another new member of the association?
It just so happens that we found your little ledger, so now we're here to tell everyone all about how you embezzled crystal marrow to sell it right back to the taxpayers.
Huh? Is this true? You've been swindling us!
Well, you see, the taxes,
Let me take a look at the ledger. Well, would you look at that? Every payment the association has made is right here in your personal ledger. So, Mr. Keijiro, it seems you have some explaining to do. How shall we settle this,
So you think you can use this against me, do you? It's quite obvious that I'm merely trying to earn a modest living for myself, like anyone else.
Word has it that Samurai and the Commission place great importance on reputation and prestige. Though I'm sure Commission members won't blame you once word gets out.
Huh? Is that a threat? Are you threatening me?
No, not at all. I'm simply stating that it would be quite a pity if an illustrious gentleman such as yourself were to have their reputation tarnished.
Well, even if what you say is true, what do you suggest we do about it?
I believe you still have a quantity of crystal marrow in your possession, correct? Perhaps that crystal marrow could be used as compensation for the recent tax hike.
Is that it?
Do you have any idea the hoops I had to jump through to get the crystal marrow and keep it hidden?
And not even an ounce of shame for his actions.
So that's it? My shop's been closed for weeks now. I've even had to ask my friends to help bail me out. What about my losses?
Come on, Harrison. We've already struck a good deal here.
I'm sick of being pushed around like this. I won't let him off so easily.
Harrison!
Hey, what's all this racket? Does someone dare question the decree?
Ah, Chief, you've arrived.
What was all the commotion I heard just now?
Oh, we were just discussing a minor tax issue. I do my utmost to lend them a helping hand, but they're never grateful.
A helping hand? The only thing you're doing is stuffing your greedy pockets with our hard-earned wealth. I assure you that Hirage Shinsuke will hear of this.
Oh, and you dare to utter the Commissioner's name? Seize the merchants! We will resolve—
Uh-oh. This is going in a bad...
Gentlemen, come now. Is there any need for this? If there's a—
Who are you supposed to be? And why in my right mind would I—
Ha! You never heard of the Fixer?
Here's my card.
Huh. You're from the Yashiro Commission. Huh. Well, this is Kanjo Commission territory. However powerful the Yashiro Commission—
Of course not, of course not. Still, perhaps you could show the young lady— of our clan some courtesy. You wouldn't want your name showing up in a petition to the Shogun, would you?
That fan, the Shirasagi Himegimi. I don't need any trouble with her. Okay, let's forget all this. It'll give us one less thing to worry about.
But, Chief!
Enough! We're leaving.
Let's get dinner one day soon, gentlemen. My treat, I insist. No response, huh? I suppose that bridge is well and truly burned then.
Thank you so much, Toma. But I'm sorry your relationship with the Kanjo Commission had to suffer for our sake.
Hey, I was joking. It's a small price to pay, and you're more than welcome. If there's anyone you should be thanking, it's the Traveler. He's the one who found a way to turn things around. If nothing else, I'm sure the tax collection Ashigaru will tread a little more carefully.
What was all that?
Shh, not here. Too many people listening. Let's move somewhere else. Corruption seems rife in the Kanjo Commission. They truly are rotten to the core. Alright, time for me to answer your questions. What would you like to know? Straight to the point. Let me reintroduce myself. I belong to the Kamisato clan of the Yashiro Commission on Narukami Island. I'm an attendant of the Shirasagi Himegimi.
You've been keeping your true identity a secret from us this whole time? So, the Yashiro Commission. Guessing that's another branch of the Tri-Commission?
Correct. The Kamisato clan is the head of the Yashiro Commission, who manage ceremonial and cultural affairs. I'd go into more detail on what exactly that covered. I'm just someone who was fortunate enough to be taken in by the Kamisato clan. My role...
Seems like she must be super famous in Inazuma, given the reaction of those guys just now.
Oh, most definitely. She's graceful, dignified, and kind-hearted, too. The people of Inazuma quite adore Miss Kamisato. Her fame even somewhat eclipses that of her older brother, Kamisato Ayato, despite the fact that he's the current head of the clan. I suppose those who treat others with compassion earn themselves the same treatment in return. Miss Kamisato's situation certainly seems to attest to that. Take me, for example. I'm just an attendant, and yet she treats me as an equal, as she would a friend.
F2P.
You're asking the right questions, and to be honest, I don't want to keep you in the dark any more than is necessary. Firstly, you should know that being a fixer is not something you can fake. I spent the better part of a month tirelessly building up a network of relationships on the island, and I got to know Captain Beto during that time too.
Still pretty good going for just a month's work.
Well, maybe I have a slight knack for schmoozery, but the main thing was I had to make sure I'd be in time to receive you when you arrived. Inazuma may have closed off to the outside world, but that hasn't stopped a lot of people from hearing about your feats in Mondstadt and Liyue. So, when Miss Kamisato heard of your intention to come to Inazuma, she began looking forward to your arrival with great anticipation. She's excited to find out whether the rumors are true. That is, that you have what it takes to change the tide of the times.
Change the tide of the times?
In the test I gave you earlier, although there were a few hiccups at the end, navigating powerful people, using their character flaws to your advantage. With your help, even the Vision Hunt decree... That's an unexpected development. Perhaps our sources were misleading. Yes, of course. I completely understand and as agreed. Well, one more thing. This invitation letter is for you. When you get to Narukami Island, you can find me at the Komori Tea House, as per the letter. Good luck with everything.
Toma's not such a bad guy, huh? Huh? What's up? Oh, right! Wait, so did Toma forget that too? Oh, darn it! No wonder he was so matter-of-fact about the whole thing! Soon as we get off Ritu, Paimon
हाँ एनाबेला डॉल थी. Try to leave it with you.
Stop there. Present your travel permits.
Sorry, but we really...
If you don't have a travel permit, this is as far as you'll get. Those...
As a traveler, you gotta think of something. How do we get out of Rito? Are you saying we should go and meet with the Kanjo? Guess it can't hurt to try. Who knows? Maybe...
Time to go.
Halt! This is the Kanjo Commissioner's office. No trespassers.
We're here to see, the Kanjo Commissioner?
The Kanjo Commissioner seldom entertains Outlanders. Leave now or we'll be forced to...
Ah, wait.
Oh, Commissioner!
These two are honored guests from afar. No need to give them the usual spiel. Come on in. Let's see what we can do for you.
Huh. Did you...
My sincere apologies.
I am Hiragi Shinsuke, Kanjo Commissioner and head of...
Nice to meet you, sir. So, the reason we wanted to come and see you was because...
All right, all in good time. Two travelers renowned far and wide have shown up to see me, and I should very much like to make their acquaintance. Let's not limit this to business only.
So what you're saying is, we really are pretty famous, huh?
Absolutely. How many other people in the world have what it takes to knock the wind out?
Exactly! Paimon thinks you make an excellent point.
And I hear you also foiled it for two.
Whoa! You heard about that too? Yep. It's true, alright.
As I thought.
Something wrong?
No. I'm simply awestruck by you both is all.
Shit. इवेंट खत्म हो जाएगा कल.
Rito is greatly... One other thing.
Oh, sure. No problem.
Excellent. You must know...
Yep. We've picked...
Yes, bring...
Did Paimon hear that wrong?
Too much trouble. Then how about...
That sounds much...
700 and...
Hey, what gives? How come you don't have people to do that already?
Terribly sorry. We're just a little short on people lately.
What sort of an explanation is that?
अच्छा. मेरे पास बहुत पहले से थी बताओ. अभी उसका वो मिल जाएगा. ये कौन है?
Traveler, what are we going to do? Should we really help this guy?
That's the spirit. Don't keep me waiting too long now.
You're seriously considering taking this job? The terms
Have
are
you finished the
ridiculous.
work that we spoke about? Report back to me once.
to you too.
Huh? What did we do?
Miss Hiragi has a letter for you. She insists that you read it immediately.
A letter? Quick! Let Paimon see! So this means she wants you to secretly meet her at night? But you didn't seem surprised at all by this. What's going on? Paimon knew something just didn't seem right about him. Let's have...
You finally arrived. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Hiragi Chisato. This is technically the second time we have met. It's a pleasure to see you again.
Wow. She's the daughter of the Hiragi clan, all right.
No need to be so formal. I've long marveled at your accomplishments, and at last we have the chance to meet.
Is it Paimon, or does something seem a bit off here?
The reason why I wanted to secretly meet you here is, well, I feared that I might never have another opportunity to discuss this with you.
Discuss what?
Ahem. I should like to ask for your help with delivering a letter.
Like father, like daughter. Couldn't you be more original?
No, you misunderstand me. Please, allow me to explain. I was hoping that you could deliver a letter to Narukami Island in my stead. It is to be given to Kujo Kamaji of the Tenryou Commission. My father has always forbidden me from communicating with him. He knows that there are prospects for my marriage that would better serve him politically. But my heart is with Kamaji. There is no one who would dare defy my father's will on Rito, but you are Outlanders. Outlanders seeking to get to Narukami Island. It would be regrettable to let such an opportunity pass.
Oh, Paimon gets the whole picture now.
Of course, in doing so, I will also do everything in my power to help you leave Rito. That is my promise. To be perfectly honest, as long as you remain in Inazuma, my father will have no intention of letting you leave Rito.
Yeah, we figured as much. It was pretty obvious he was just trying to hold us up here.
I secretly overheard a conversation between my father and a very arrogant-sounding woman just a few days ago. They seemed to be discussing how to keep you here on Rito. In fact, it was the first time I had ever heard my father speak. We don't have much time. I'll tell you my plans to help you off the island. It just... Very well. I'll be waiting for you at the border. I'm counting on you to deliver my...
ओके तो कल फिर हम भी देखते हैं स्ट्रीम.
Time to go.
on, please. These goods are being sent to Watatsumi Island?
My lady, this is an unexpected honor. You are correct. These goods have been repeatedly requested by the Kanjo Commissioner. We must be certain that they reach Watatsumi Island intact.
Is there something wrong, Lady Hiragi?
No, as you were. My father simply has some concerns of the shipment's safety, and has ordered that myself and an additional qualified escort be dispatched to ensure safe transport of the goods.
My lady, you aren't suggesting that you intend to escort this shipment personally, are you?
Please, do not cause us any further delay. If memory serves me right, my father has already asserted that this shipment must arrive on time. I'm certain punishment will be duly dispensed if it fails to...
Yes, of course, my lady. It's just that, well, we don't know who this...
Now, need I remind you of the penalty if anything were to happen to me en route? I'm sure you are all quite familiar with my father's temper. Do you really presume that you can fully guarantee my safety on your own?
Boy, Chisato can talk the talk. They don't stand a chance.
Yes, my lady. Very well then. It's an honor to have you accompanying us. Your safety is our highest priority.
Shinojo, you can't really be agreeing to this.
Well, the request is from Lady Hiragi herself. It is our duty.
Yes, but that's not the problem here.
Well then, if we're through here, I suggest we set off...
Yes, my lady. You heard her. There's no time to lose.
अच्छा मुझे तो वो भी नहीं पता
My lady, please stay back. We'll handle it.
Not as well as we'll handle it.
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the spirit. But it...
Judgment! Monsters sighted. Prepare to counterattack. Protect Lady Hiragi at all costs.
We'll take care of this. Stay with Chisato.
Lightning flash!
Shiver!
Clouds high. The birds call.
Watch out! More monsters inbound! Lady Hiragi, stay close.
Fallen leaves,
adorn my night!
Wind Strider.
Halloween Thunder! We can take refuge in the village up ahead. How are you faring, my lady?
I'm perfectly all right. You may stop here. The road to Narukami Island is just over there. In my letter, I've requested Kamachi to grant you a special travel permit from the Tenryou Commission.
My lady.
So that's how it is. I had a feeling something was amiss, but Shinojo, you...
No, Hiragi would never hide anything from us, I'm sure of it. But who is this Kamaji you speak of, my lady?
I'm not afraid to say that he's the one I love.
The one you love?
Shinojo, did you honestly think that...
What? No, I was just clarifying, that's all. I would never in my wildest dreams,
You two needn't worry. Please, forget that this ever happened. If my father catches word of it, I alone will be held accountable.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
But what will happen if your actions here are discovered, Chisato?
Don't fret. My father has always been one to spoil me. The worst he'd do is sentence me to half a day without food, or something to that effect.
Huh.
I wish you a safe journey. I'm sure...
Bye, Chisato!
Come now. Quit your staring and let's get moving. We've got goods to shift.
All right.
We're finally on our own way again. I suppose it's time we find Toma. Now, where did he say he would meet us again? Oh, right! Komori Tea House!
ये टेलीपोर्ट तो अनलॉक है। यार इतना लंबा जाना है। ओके, ये क्या है? पहले फर्स्ट का नेविगेशन कैंसिल करो। ओके, फर्स्ट का नेविगेशन ओके कर दिया। अब क्या करना है? तो धक्का दे दो पीछे से।
Clear weather all around brightens the heart.
भाग गया। हाँ, अभी भी co-op ऑफ है। उसको हटाना पड़ेगा। कैसे हटेगा मुझे नहीं पता। और कौन है? कहाँ पे देखते हैं? और कौन फर्स्ट में? ये ना 3 विशेष। तो एक काम करते हैं ना, यहाँ पे कुछ चीज़ा तो लेते हैं। आई थिंक ये इनमें से कोई होगा।
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses the spirit. But it's best to dry your clothes as soon as possible after the rain stops.
Kids?
काम करो अभी ऑफ कर दो स्ट्रीम क्योंकि अभी सिर्फ एक्सप्लोर करना है ओके see you in the Discord